Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm pretty sure you guys is watching the news, or maybe you didn't get a chance to, but I'm basically going to be covering what's going on with the shooting and the violence that's going on and the genocide war that's going on between Israel and Palestine. Here's a couple examples just to show you just where our political system's going at.
Parties to halt the deadly attacks.
For God's sake, we are neither terrorists nor do we like terrorism. We are peace-loving people. For God's sake, forgive our children. We have left our region and homeland for you. What else can we do? You have targeted my innocent children. For God's sake, we have no other way. Have mercy on our situation.
As you can see, that's just one of the many videos that I'm pretty sure you guys have seen on the internet, but this is just some of the footage that I captured on my phone of recently, showing just how one-sided this, so-called war is starting to become. But here's a couple more examples. I'm kind of keeping this short today because I really want to start making some content for you guys. Thanks.
11, a deadly shooting in Washington, D.C., happening right outside the Capitol Jewish Museum, where a young diplomat's reception organized by the American Jewish Committee was being held. A man and woman, both staffers at the Israeli embassy, were killed. A man detained and handcuffed by event security was heard chanting, "Free, free Palestine." Attorney General Pam Bondi, one of those responding to the crime scene tonight.
We have the FBI, all of our federal agencies will work hand in hand with you, Chief, as we have done, and you, Mayor, to do everything we can to keep our citizens safe. We will follow the facts, we will follow the law, and this defendant, if charged, will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
The Israeli ambassador telling reporters tonight the young man and woman killed were a couple. They were set to be engaged next week in Jerusalem.
Guys, we can't just keeping this up, or we keep going by day when a couple of people are speaking on it and the rest of us is kind of just giving likes and shares. It's starting to heat up. It's starting to come here in America more so than it's ever been in the last 2 years of this stuff going on. So here's just some more examples of just how crazy we're really starting to become.
Millions of Palestinian families have been forced to flee northern Gaza after Israel issued new forced evacuation orders for Beit Lahia and Jabalia. Gaza's health ministry reports Israel bombed 3 electric power generators and fuel storage tanks at the besieged Indonesian hospital. They've also surrounded Gaza's Al-Awda hospital. With Israel's latest attacks, only 19 of Gaza's 38 hospitals are still operating, albeit at a severely limited capacity. On Wednesday, Israel allowed just 100 trucks carrying humanitarian aid into Gaza, a tiny fraction of the 9,000 that Israel's continuing to hold up at Gaza's border amidst a near total blockade on food, water, and medicine. UN officials say that trickle of aid is far short of what's needed to prevent a famine and hasn't even been distributed yet due to extremely difficult conditions faced by humanitarian workers. Starving children have been lining up for hours at a community kitchen in Gaza City hoping for a meal.
I've been standing since morning and everyone is pushing. It's a huge number of people trying just to get food. Everyone is rushing in. How can I fill my plate? I can't. Every day is like this. People come from inside and outside the camp for food. I've been here since early morning. I tried to rush in and get some food, but I can't.
In this Wednesday evening, Yaron Lishinsky and Saralyn Milgram, who are a couple, were exiting the Capitol Jewish Museum when 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez of Chicago allegedly opened fire on them. Video of the aftermath shows Rodriguez shouting, "Free Palestine," as he's led away in handcuffs. After headlines, we'll go to Tel Aviv to speak with the Israeli journalist Gidon Levy.
Elias Rodriguez from Chicago, now federally charged with murder and made his first appearance in court a short time ago. Former federal agents telling the I-Team tonight law enforcement at all levels of government are scrutinizing new evidence as the incident is being investigated as a hate crime and terrorist act. Elias Rodriguez now in federal custody facing murder charges. Police saying in a criminal complaint released this afternoon, they found 21 expended 9mm cartridge casings at the scene. Rodriguez allegedly telling D.C. police, quote, "I did it for Palestine. I did it for Gaza. I am unarmed."
And we're going to continue to investigate this as a hate crime and a crime of terrorism.
The I-Team has learned an analysis of Rodriguez's online activity is now at the center of the investigation. It shows the suspect has apparently been posting about the Israel-Hamas conflict almost since it started, with escalating violent references, according to sources briefed on the Digital Probe. Rodriguez posting in 2024, "Death to Israel," while calling the war in Gaza a genocide. ABC 7 police affairs consultant Bill Kushner.
The fact that, number one, he shot the individuals, he went back into the museum after throwing the firearm away, went back into the museum, stood there, and when the police arrived, he said, "I'm the guy that shot him, and I'm unarmed." This guy wanted to be caught, so he's making this a political assassination.
Federal authorities believe Elias Rodriguez acted alone when they say he shot 2 Israeli embassy staffers in Washington, D.C. late last night. Yaron Lashinsky and Sarah Milgram were killed as they were leaving a dinner at the D.C. Jewish Museum.
Free Palestine!
You can hear the alleged gunman, Rodriguez, shouting "Free Palestine" as he's hauled away in handcuffs. Rodriguez making his first appearance in D.C. federal court a short time ago. In the early hours this morning in Chicago, FBI agents in full tactical gear breached an apartment on the northwest side believed to be tied to Rodriguez. The I-Team has also learned Rodriguez was employed here in Chicago at the American Osteopathic Association. According to the suspect's LinkedIn page, he once worked for another Chicago organization called History Makers.
What they want to find out is, did this bad actor act alone? Or is he involved with a larger group who intends to wreak havoc and cause violence in other places?
Former Deputy Special Agent in charge of the U.S. Secret Service Chicago Field Office and ABC 7 law enforcement expert Derek Mayer says federal and Chicago investigators are combing through social media and physical evidence gathered at the Chicago apartment, trying to piece together the ways and means of the attack. The FBI deputy director said Rodriguez was interviewed overnight around 1 a.m. and that federal officials believe there is no.
So there you guys have it. You know, that's all the research that I was able to do in the last couple of hours of this happening. I mean, a lot of that stuff that I showed happened a couple days ago, but it still holds relevance because people are just tired of waiting, and a lot of people feel like there is no other options, and this is why people feeling like it's more and more and more okay to crash out. And what's crazy is I tried to look for B roll, to make the video match my voice of Palestine. Man, it was incredibly hard to find. So I hope you guys can make do with this and just get the point. But the thing I'm saying is the devil's really out here and he's really trying to play us against each other and trying to get Vince Men that he should try to, run the world and they should run the world through him. And the world ain't yours to own. And it's hard for people to just try to politely, or I don't know, what is it called, democratically or politically. The shit ain't yours. All right, it's not your land to take. That's just my take on it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Just trying to get these out here as quickly as I can. Thank you. And by the way, if you could also leave some comments, subscribe, and just tell me what you guys want me to cover, because I'm pretty much just trying to, talk about everything that I possibly can. This is my first time on Rumble and also on YouTube. I'm trying to get better with the algorithm, but it keeps like much in the back. But I feel like I figured it out. So if you guys could just give a like or just a comment, I know people ask for subscribers, but you get the gist. I'm just trying to get better. Thank you.